Well, hello there, I'm Détroit. I figured you might not know me. According to the analytics of YouTube Studio, 92% of viewers are unsubscribed. I'm going to assume the non-subscribed viewers have never heard of me before, or they would be subscribed. This video will get about 50 views in the first few days probably, so that makes 46 people who don't know me. Welcome to the Détroit Variety channel. It's my pleasure to have you around for the ride. What I do is, quite simply, draw. I draw stuff. It's hard to narrow it down. With ink, like is the case right now, I doodle abstract stuff. It's satisfying abstract patterns in my sketchbook, interesting ink lines, complex shapes that I draw without really thinking about it. You see, not thinking is the key to abstract doodles. On the other hand, I draw digitally as well. Now, that's another completely different thing. I alternate between the two, so one week it will be an ink drawing video, and the next it will be a digital painting. Digitally, I draw in a ton of different styles. Sometimes it's realistic, sometimes cartoony, and everything in between. I take pride in the fact that most of my digital paintings are wacky and weird, the kind of stuff nobody else would draw, because why would you? So that's the whole deal of this YouTube channel. I hope it convinced you, because I don't have much else to say to sell it to you. Hope you subscribe. Anyway, now let's talk about something almost completely unrelated to drawing. I've been changing an integral part of my behavior recently, which has been kinda hard to do. For some context, I've been doing my PhD for the past 2.5 years, which means I only have half a year left. I'm an experimentalist in condensed matter and quantum physics, so half a year to finish my experiments and write my PhD thesis. Now, the thing is, I'm a morning person, and for the past 2 years I've been mostly drawing in the morning. Or when I'm not drawing, I'm writing the scripts for what I'm gonna say in these videos. What I'm telling you right now, basically. So, how does that all tie in together? Well, recently I've been going to work much earlier than before. Because I'm 10 times more productive in the mornings, I take all the concentration I have to put it into writing my thesis. And so I'm forcing my behavior to change and trying to adapt to being creative in the evening, so I can draw after work instead of before. I'm lucky my job has a very flexible schedule and flexible hours. As long as the work is done, everything is fine. And now more than ever, I need to get the work done. It's how it goes with deadlines, right? The more you approach it, the more pressure you feel. And now comes the time I've set for myself to write this fucking thesis. I'm excited and anxious at the same time. I've said it in the past, I have a very strong imposter syndrome. I know everybody in my position feels the same, because obviously I talk with a lot of other PhD students, but still, it's not something you can shake off like that. 6 months might seem like a lot, but there are so many things I want to do for work, and I'm afraid I won't have the time to do it. I'm a perfectionist, and I really want to produce the best work I can at the end. Anyway, I won't bore you with more work things. The point is, I now need to draw in the evening, which is not something I'm used to, because I'm usually tired by this point. And I like to relax, watch YouTube videos and read. Oh yeah, I said I wouldn't bore you about work things, but that doesn't mean I'll talk about drawing. Today I don't feel like talking about drawing. I'm just telling you about my life, if that's alright. It's my video, I do what I want. Next week will be about drawing. So I started reading manga again recently. I was on holidays and I knew I wasn't gonna have a lot of internet for 2 weeks. Also, I had to ride a plane for 8 hours twice. So beforehand, I downloaded a bunch of manga scans on my iPad. Want to know the mangas I read? There's a lot of them. I'm a quick reader. So I started by rereading the Prince of Tennis manga. It's a manga about tennis, and it's one of the first I've ever read, which is why I like it. Otherwise, it's kinda dumb, but like cool dumb. It starts with rather normal tennis and slowly turns into full-blown shonen, with tennis techniques that make the ball curve twice or the ball disappear. It's crazy how you don't realize exactly when it goes from realistic to straight up impossible shots with rips in space-time to stop slices and smashes. So I read that one in its entirety, and the spin-off, New Prince of Tennis, up to the latest chapters. I then went on to read Black Clover. It's a shonen with magic and sword fighting. I read all the released chapters. I did the same with Radiant, also a shonen with magic and fighting monsters. Radiant has really cool artworks as the covers, and it's made by a French guy. The fourth manga I read was Spy X Family. I have friends who have been watching the anime of Spy X Family and who have told me to watch it. I told them for the millionth time that I prefer to read the manga rather than watch the anime, and then I gave it a shot. It's really funny, and honestly I'm really excited to read more of it when it comes out. We're on to the 5th manga now. I told you, I read a lot and quickly. The 5th manga I read is Gamaran Shura. I read Gamaran twice a few years ago and I was surprised to see there's a spin-off. I like it, but there's only like 8 volumes out, so I quickly moved on to the 6th manga, Record of Ragnarok. Same thing, it's only a few volumes long so far, so it was a one-day kind of thing. And we will end it with the 7th manga, which is Bleach. I haven't read the entirety of it yet, at least in this reading session. I did read the whole thing years ago when it was still being released. I followed the ending as it was going out, so that would have been through 2015 to 2016, I believe. I'm excited to read it again. I'm a third in so far, and damn, I've missed the staples of shonen. I think when I'm done with Bleach, I will read Naruto again. Naruto is my all-time favorite manga. I started reading manga because of it. My parents got me the first 4 tomes, and I must have read them about 100 times. It's thanks to Naruto that I learned how to stream anime on the internet when I was a little boy. Then I learned you could find scans. I'm quite sure I started being good at English because I couldn't find French scans, so really I have a lot to thank Naruto for. I followed the releases for like 5 years before it ended. You know, I'm pretty sure I've told you the exact same thing in a video like 2 years ago. It's fine, I don't really remember what I talked about in the past, so you probably don't as well. It's not like this video was informative anyway. I told you I read a lot of manga and that it was conflicting with my drawing schedule that I forced to push to my evenings because I need to work so I don't throw away 2.5 years of work to obtain the highest academic qualifications I can. And I drew a cool doodle. I hope you like how it looks too. You know, you can suggest drawing prompts to me in the comments. I like seeing what you want to see me draw and then draw it if the prompt is good. Do also share your manga stories, or whatever really. I like comments, but I don't get them nearly enough. In any case, that was Détroit. Do subscribe and I'll see you in a week for a more informative drawing video. Bye!